Welcome back to my channel, family. Well, where I stay, pardon me, I'm sure you are going to hear a lot of hooting, so I have to excuse from the beginning. Anyway, today I am chatting with my dad, and the subject is similar to what we discussed before with my mother-in-law. I just want to hear that in terms of how you used to live long time ago. Maybe your parents, how they used to care the children, or generally the whole family at large. Because nowadays people are suffering from various diseases, even the young ones. There's a lot of immunization which is going on. I don't know whether these immunization programs were there then, like it is nowadays. So if you can take us through the type of foods, or whether be it exercise, if there were any form of exercises, or maybe what you used to do itself was exercise in this form. So it's over to you, Dad. I just want to hear how it was then.
There is much change. Things that we used to eat for us to survive and eat. I am of the opinion that, people are more eating than the children.
What do you mean by churung? You mean foods which are not organic?
Some people are saying you can't do without tea. But before, tea was not considered that one should have tea every morning.
When did you start having tea? When was tea introduced, if I may say? Was it there long time ago?
It was there before, when our fathers were working.
But
they come home.
Before, like beyond.
Before that, because people used to have no sugar. You hardly have sugar. Nobody will complain that I don't have sugar. But otherwise, you will have tea only when your father comes for leave.
Okay, when they come home during holidays.
Yes.
Yeah, but to take you back, I'm saying like beyond our grandfathers, how was the lifestyle? Like if you look at my granddad's Sekuru Kiria, before their lifestyle, how was it? Was there sugar that time, or there wasn't sugar? I'm just trying to understand, when was sugar introduced?
I don't know, but before that, I never, since I grew up in my father's mother.
Household, that's where you were staying?
Yes.
There was no sugar?
We hardly could have sugar. Sugar, tea? No.
You hardly could take some tea?
Water is porridge.
Porridge, yes, okay. Let's
talk
more
about porridge.
Sometimes
It will have no sugar.
What type of porridge?
For maize.
Maize?
And then injera.
Which is rapoko shio, okay?
Yes.
Small grains?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the things we used to have, even food. Rapako was really, especially for grown-up people, they used it to favor pork food.
The ones for the small grains, the rapoko one?
Yes.
Because it's nutritious? It was more nutritious than the maize one,
We were only eating, we never knew that it was nutritious.
But now you know that the rapoko injera is more nutritious than the maize one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And fruits. We used to eat fruits, but not daily, because it only happened with those people with trees and their homes. But forest fruits.
Natural ones.
Natural.
Now we are talking.
Things like mute.
Mute, what do you call mute in English?
I don't know. Matunduru. Majanje.
Okay, I will have to check some of these names, guys. Yes.
This was very good thing for the people.
So tell me, I'm sure you have had some cattle and goats. What did you used to take when you go out to head cattle? Any foods, or you would feed on these natural?
Usually you don't carry food. If it is time for mashanje, eat mashanje, matunguru, ute. Those are things. Uva is you see that?
What do you call these? The red ones, nengeni?
Nengeni. Yes.
Maroro.
All those things we used to eat. All those things we used to eat them.
To feed on those.
To some extent, maybe they were medicines.
Yeah, that's true.
You see?
That's true. And because these were organic, they were natural, there were no chemicals which were being added on. So it's not like the fruits which we are eating nowadays. Okay, and then back to home, you said in terms of porridge, pap, you would use maize, which is the white mealie meal, and but of course that one was not processed also, like the ones which is commercialized. I know people even in towns like here, they prefer mugaiwa, which they say straight run from the maize. They say it's better.
We used to grind them on our own.
Oh,
yes.
Kukuya.
I love maize.
Oh, by hand.
By hand.
Ah, okay. All right. And then what would you do with the small grains like anaji or rapoko, millet, sorghum?
Zaikuyo.
Or those ones are the ones which you put on a stone, and then you take a small stone and then
grind.
Oh,
Kukuya. Yes.
Okay.
All right. There are these two things, nzungu, nimo.
Round nuts.
Those are things.
Other foods.
Those were other food.
Which you could, I recall
you could
from
take
the
them as the night food.
Yes.
Once you
yes,
eat that, you don't need salt.
And the chibage on top.
Yes.
That's supper for you. Yeah, which is not loaded with pasta, rice, which we are feeding on nowadays.
We never thought of it. There are things like pasta, this and that. We were eating. And they ate those things were helping us, but we didn't know how they were helping.
I think that we are now realizing it nowadays, because you see, even some doctors, they actually suggest to say, don't eat processed foods, try to eat those traditional foods. So they are actually directing us to actually eat, even in terms of herbs. You know, like people wouldn't want to, if you talk about muzi, people say,
You see, that's another thing. Medicines. Makwati chaiwa.
tree trunks.
Grown up is being told to know. Makwati agati rudzi. Tikabura rudzi. Take off the outside thing and chew it.
Okay.
As you chew it, there are trees we used to say, to chew in order to swallow the nutrients.
Can he name the trees that?
Okay, yeah. You can speak up. Feel free to speak up. My video.
Musasa, Musasa and Munze.
Musasa Munze. I'll try to check what these are indigenous trees, guys. Musasa Munze. They are saying if you if you remove the bark, at times you can strip it also, and then you get more like a string. So they are saying that string, if you chew it, it was medicinal, so it would actually help.
Enjoy it when it's true.
Yeah. So these are some of the things they are saying they used to have, like we discussed in the other.
Though we never knew it, they were medicines also.
So yeah, but nowadays, if you talk of, we talk of herbs, but people, if you now refer to it, like say in our mother tongue, to say mudzi, wakati and everything, people they tend to shun it. But we are seeing these things are coming back again through the form of herbs. People are actually planting them on their households, saying that whatever the traditional things, people, because they shun the traditional healers and all, so they didn't want to hear anything about mudzi or what. But we are seeing these things are actually coming back. Maybe it was lack of knowledge. Now, because the knowledge is coming from the people they consider they are more learned, they are
Use it to
kind of
enjoy it.
accepting it. Any comments regarding herbs, Julia?
Yeah, going back to shunning herbs. So it seems like traditionalists are connected to either Satanism or, doing weird, unorthodox things. You can agree, yes? It's like I don't know what they're called. in something that's sort of satanic or anti-Christian or something like that, but it was actually medicinal. Now that we are realizing that it is actually medicinal and we are going back, unfortunately as well, because of the economy, people are also trying to scam people using these herbs, saying this is used for this when it's actually not. It probably doesn't do anything.
It doesn't work at all.
It doesn't even work at all, yes. And also there's the effects of the different blood types that we have, or the different bodies or body types that we have. So not all herbs will work for you because maybe of your blood type or your body type as well. So at least now with the knowledge that we have, we can now revert back to what we used to know. We used to hear and also join that information, the knowledge that we have now, what our forefathers used to use, and probably have a more enhanced healthy lifestyle, especially here in Africa. Also knowing those trees that Sekuru was telling us, if those names can be passed down through generations, I'm pretty sure my mom doesn't know these trees. And also being exposed to them a bit more, you get to knowing, oh, this tree bark, it's from this tree, and all that stuff. Growing up in the urban areas and only visiting the rural areas, you don't get to be exposed to these things. But because Sekuru was exposed to them every day when he used to go and herd the cattle, he ended up knowing these things. But even in his sleep, you give him a leaf, he can tell you you give him a tree bag from Msasa, he will taste it, he will tell you this is a tree bag from Msasa, and it's because of exposure as well. So we need to also there's little time that we have to go in the rural areas. Let us also find time to go and look for these trees, and so that we don't also get scammed in the urban areas.
True that. That is very important. Thank you very much, Junior, for the input, and Dad also. I don't know if you have got other, even if you touch of in terms of relish, what you used to eat as well.
That's it. They are used to the gardens. In our gardens, I would say in the gardens of our mothers and fathers, it was mostly sunga.
Sunga, okay.
Sunga was the outcome.
Sunga is like mustard leaves. That's mustard leaves. Yeah, sunga is mustard.
Those big leaves.
That was the main Muriu plus Munyemba.
Munyemba, this is
really
from Munyemba comes from, it's not kidney beans, the small ones, Nyemba. What do you call it in English? The tiny Nyemba, the leaves of
the
that.
leaves of Nyemba.
Like we have got sugar beans. The
It was
different types
just
of
good
beans.
for you.
What do you call Nyemba? It's very healthy again, but the name is around. But they are kidney shaped, very tiny.
Well, personally, I prefer the Mfushwa version of the Munyemba.
Oh, you prefer dried
Nyemba.
leaves of Munyemba.
And also Nyovi as well, as part of...
Nyuve. This is natural, right?
It comes out during the rainy season, especially when it's rained a lot. If there's not a lot of rain, it becomes a bit bitter.
Yes.
Bit on the bitter side.
We discussed it also with Nagogo. We call it Runi.
Runi, yes.
What you call Nyeve, it's Runi.
Or in your side.
Even today, Runi is being used.
Runi Moa. This is what do you call it? We call you can weed it out also. We can say they are weeds, but
they're edible weeds.
Yeah.
They're edible weeds.
You said Nyeve. That's what.
Yeah, it's actually a weed that grows in the fields.
Yes.
So if you know it, obviously you no, don't
When
remove
you are
it.
weeding, you make sure you protect it.
You protect it as well. Yes.
That's Moa Runi, which is Nyeve, and what else? There's this one, blackjack leaves.
Yeah.
Black jack leaf tinoti chii baba? Black jack
Zvidongi.
leaves. Tsine.
Tsine, ehe.
Mashizha acho etsine aya tinoti. Tinoti chii?
They even have blackjack tea now. It's blackjack tea now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
From that?
From that, I don't
So
know.
this is why I'm saying people are into this herbal.
Yeah, but that's now processed. If you can just go and get the leaves and then
you can get like zumbani.
Yes,
You know,
yes, yes.
Mbora. Mbora, yes.
pumpkin leaves, yeah.
Pumpkin leaves.
Yes.
Yeah. So these were the main relish, and of course you would hunt, you would have animals
Here and there.
here and there. You can kill your cow, your goat,
Oh,
Nguruwe.
pork, nguruwe. But at least you know how they are grown, the process.
You keep them.
So at least you know there are no extra chemicals, which, or maybe the type of food. What type of food did you give these animals? I think that's the key thing, because most of these animals, the type of food which they are getting.
My animals aipiwa chibage, achipiwa mananga.
Okay, pumpkins, yes.
Pumpkin.
And maize as well. Okay.
Yes. Maize, mananga.
In addition to the natural grass or whatever they graze in the fields. Okay. All right. I think our time is running out. In conclusion, what few words do you want to add in closing, which you can pass on to the new generations, at least to watch for in terms of taking care of themselves?
No, you see, I don't have really special things that you must do this. The only thing I always think of it, when you come to Muru, most of us, people don't enjoy eating food with them. Muru, ordinary Muru, except meat.
Okay, we tend to enjoy meat more.
Yes, we tend to enjoy meat more than mashija.
The leaves, the green leaves, which are healthier.
Vegetables.
Mm.
It's another very good thing. Plus nyemba.
Okay, nyemba. I don't know why this name is running away from me. It's like kidneys. I think it's kidney beans, but it's not the red ones. It's the small one. What do you call nyemba?
Ugu.
Search it out. Okay.
Because you can take nyemba as night food
Yes, you're right.
without any other food.
or as mutakura,
Yes,
mixture of
mutakura,
things.
which is much healthier than even eating pap, because it's high, it's rich in carbohydrates. So that is
Graphic.
better. That is better. Okay, anything else in terms of the foods which you recommend us to enjoy, which are healthier?
These things shairi makari futi. Imbambaira.
Yes, sweet potatoes.
Once you say mbambaira, it's mbambaira tonight. Kuchina additional research.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Nemadumbe in the
Nemadumbe,
Eastern
yes,
Highlands.
Madumbe.
Yams, yes. Yeah, these are healthy foods and optional carbohydrates, which are, it's like sweet potato is healthier choice. Mm. Sweet potato is a healthier choice. Yams is a healthier choice. Beans, cowpeas, as Dad is saying, all these dishes you could have them for lunch or dinner as a complete meal.
Yeah.
And you don't need relish in addition. That would suffice. Okay. So thank you very much for your time. Hope to connect again in future and we discuss more of these things. We need
As
to
you
know.
go, you talk to my youngsters with these are good things and so forth.
Exactly.
Vanhu vakabva vakangana zvinhu because of
The commercial products.
commission.
But now they are now trying to find their way back to the traditional food.
Yeah, you eat them in the
Smart cups, guys. Smart cups.
tinotaurirwa kana kumachipatara acho kunonzi idyai but it's good kuchipatara because munenge matokunzwa kuti munodya in such ways zakati.
In moderation also, and to watch quantities and everything.
Yeah.
And also other foods to combine
That's
with.
it.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Junior, my videographer there at the back. Thank you, Dad.
Ndatenda.